What? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, it's me, the baddest bitch. So today I'm sort of just gonna be doing my makeup, like a get ready with me and story time. My Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat will be down below, so if you want to follow me. So let's go. Yes, I don't have any makeup. Yes, I have a big pimple. State the obvious. But let's do this. How old are you? I am 18 and my birthday is January 20th, 2000. Yes, I'm a 2000 baby. By the way, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna use on my face. I will do that some other time. This is like a story time. Whatever. Okay, so this question says, what happened to your hair and why'd you cut it? So I went to Mexico. I knew I shouldn't have, but actually it wasn't my fault. This was not my fault. It was my mother's fault. So my cousin Carla, this fucking bitch. Guys, when I tell you don't listen to anyone in Mexico, don't. If you do dye your hair in Mexico, just know that the products that they have over there are way stronger. So like bleach and everything, fuck. My cousin Carla came over and she was like, hey, like, let's go dye our hair. And I was like, fuck it, you know, like I want to change. And then my grandma was talking to me and she was like, dude, like, ¿te vas a cortar el pelo? And because she didn't worry about me dyeing my hair. She was worried about me cutting my hair. Because, you know, Mexican grandmas like the hair long, healthy. She's like, well, just know that if you dye your hair here, they're going to mess it up. And I'm scared that they're going to damage your hair. I've never dyed my hair in Mexico. I've only dyed it in LA. I was like thinking about it. I really honestly like... To this day, I'm gonna say this, like, I ended up not wanting to dye my hair.
I didn't want to dye it!
So I told her I can't dye my hair. I don't have money. My mom won't give me money, this and that. And she's like, okay, I'll talk to your mom. And I was like, fuck, like, you know what, my mom has my back. No worries, no worries. So I go downstairs before she got there and I was like, if Carla's asking you, tell her that you don't have money to give me to go dye my hair, so I'll just do it over there. And my mom was sort of like, she knew what to do. Okay, she chose differently. So Carla came, she's like, hola tia, like this and that. And if Carla's watching this, oops. I'm like right there and I'm like, my mom's gonna lie for me. It's all good. I'm not gonna dye my hair. I'll do it at home. And she's like, you want to give Judy money for her to dye her hair because she says that you guys don't have money. And I was like, okay, here it is. Like, what are you gonna say, mom? What are you gonna say? So my tia's like telling her like, oh, yo te llevo and this and that. And I was like, and I'm waiting for my mom to reply. And she's like, okay. Wait, this isn't the deal. So my mom was like, yeah, yo le doy dinero y luego me pagas. Like, you don't need to worry about it right now. And I was like, yeah, okay, totally. We get to the hair place and I'm nervous, guys. Like, I'm nervous. And I'm like, fuck, they're gonna mess up my hair. And I was like, Carla, you go first. I went first. So he starts doing my hair and I'm like, oh, don't bleach it. And he's like, oh, you want me to cut it though? And I was like, yes. And he's like, okay, I'll cut it after because I already started. And I was like, okay. So I end up like sort of like sleeping and I don't realize that he's bleaching my hair. I've never dyed like my hair. I've never bleached it. I've only put like color in it. I'm like, did he just bleach my hair? Like when I'm all done and I'm like, wait, did he bleach my hair? And Carla's like, yeah, you wanted it blonde. And I was like, I didn't want it blonde, guys. I wanted it sort of like, it's like this now because, well, I cut it, but when it was long, it was like fully blonde. So guys, I wanted this one and I wanted this one, and we're there for like 3 hours, 4 hours tops. Guys, when I tell you they're washing out my hair and I'm looking at Carla and I'm like, bro, you're making that face, like, what does that mean? And she's like, nothing, no, nothing. And I'm like, fuck, did they mess up my hair? Like, this was my biggest fear, like, if they mess up my hair. So I sit back down and the mirror's right in front of me. My hair was white. It wasn't blonde. Like, it wasn't highlights. It was legit, he dyed like my entire hair. So my tia's trying to make me feel like better, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, she straightens my hair and she's like, do you want me to cut it? I was like, no, because like I was scared, like if they can't dye my hair, imagine just cutting it. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Low-key, this isn't what I wanted. Guys, when I finished this and I realized like that's what I wanted. Turns out they mixed up what we wanted. They switched it. You guys don't understand how fucking livid I was. Like, how are you gonna switch what we wanted? Like, what if I wanted it purple and she wanted it black? Like, how is that? Oh my god. So I get home and I didn't wash my hair that night. I was like, you know what, like, I'm not even gonna bother with my hair right now. It's white as hell. It's not blonde. I do not like it. It's ugly. I dyed it a day before we left, and when I came back, that same day I came back, I washed my hair. That's what I did. I like washed my hair, and then we were going to one of my friend's house for some pool party, whatever. But the first day when I got here, guys, I woke up, I sat my ass on the toilet, and I got my period. Yeah. When I got my period, let me tell you guys, I'm a moody ass person. Like, I cry for everything. I'm so sensitive. I have a big ass mouth, but I will cry if you tell me something. I'm pretty mad about my hair already, whatever. I shower after I got my period because I feel like really gross. And the minute I got out of the shower, guys, the minute I get out of the shower, my hair felt disgusting. Like, I would go like this when it was wet, and it was sort of like a rubber band. Like, you would pull it and it was sort of like, it would stretch. Like, it was weird. Like, I was like, what do I do? And every time that I pulled it, so much hair would fall out. You guys don't understand. And I normally let my hair air dry, or I leave it, like, before I go to sleep. If I shower before I sleep, I put it in a braid, but I let it air dry so I can straighten it. I let it air dry and I realized, like, yo, my hair is really tangled. And my hair never gets tangled like that. I can leave it like natural and it doesn't get tangled like that. When I walked outside the door, my hair just puffed up and it was sort of still like húmedo. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I like took out my phone and I was like looking at my hair, and my hair was like a broom. You know those like puffy brooms, those old brooms? And I couldn't like finish going like this. Like, I would end here and I would have to brush my hair constantly. So I'm walking. Keep in mind, I'm on my period. So I get out of the house and my hair, like, and I'm like, Mom, why does my hair feel like this? Like, it feels disgusting. And she's like, a ver, like, it looks puffy and ugly. And I'm like, yes, like, I do not like this. And the first thing she does, she touches it and she goes, my heart came out of my ass. Oh my god. I already knew what she was gonna say. And this was my biggest fear because I've never, like, this was, so So she touches my hair and she goes, I was like, what? Like, what? Like, tengo piojo? Dude, she was like, te lo quemaron. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean me lo quemaron? And she was like, yeah, your hair's completely burned. Like, we have to cut all of it off. There's no way of, like, fixing this. And when she said I had to cut my hair, I had the knot in my throat, like, where you want to cry, but you're not going to cry in front of your mom. So I'm in the back seat, and I'm on my period, guys. I'm on my period. So I'm in a bitchy ass mood. So I get in the back seat, and my little brother tries to talk to me. I'm like, no, not the one right now. Not today. We get to my friend's house. So we get to my friend's house, and I get off the car, and I just cannot stand my mom. Like, I cannot look at her. She's like looking at me, and I start crying. Like, I start sobbing. And she's like, ¿qué tienes? And I'm like, I don't want to cut my hair. This is all your fault. She's like, you're really crying? And I'm like, dude, like, this was the one thing I didn't want. Like, I knew this was gonna happen, and you did not have my back for it. Like, I asked for one thing, and like, I was sobbing for like 5 minutes, and she's like, it's okay, like, we'll fix it, this and that, we won't cut it. And I'm like, no, like, we have to cut it. It's done. It's burned. So I get to my friend's house, and I'm like sobbing, like, I'm still crying, like, I don't care. The mom comes out, and she's like, wait, like, what's wrong? What happened? And I explained to her what happened. And she's like, you know what, use this, because the first time I dyed my hair, the same thing happened to me, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what, I will. I ended up just getting so sick of my hair being so damaged, I didn't even want to save it. So we went up the street. The lady's like, oh my god, like, your hair, like, it is really damaged, like, what happened? And I explained to her, and she's like, oh yeah, that's why I never have dyed my hair in Mexico, because their products are way too strong. Like, they're really, really strong for your hair, and you could tell by the smell. And it's true, like, my head was hurting and my eyes were burning a lot when I was sitting down. So she's like, okay, Mika, like, I'm gonna cut a little bit of your hair. And I'm like, you know what, like, chop this shit off, like, I'm done. And then so I tell a lady, I'm like, how much? And the lady's like, okay, let's do this. And like, she sort of cut it. So I was like, let's do this. And she cut it, like, you got me? And the minute she cut it, I was sort of like, do I like it? Do I really like it? And I went outside, and I really looked at it, and I really, really liked it. I honestly, like, fell in love with my hair again. I really did. It's probably, like, the best and the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Everything happens to me in Mexico, dude. Okay, so, like, that's the end of that story. Yes, it was the worst experience ever. So, what else has happened to me in Mexico? Oh, and then, why does this always happen with Carla? When I go for the summer, we go for the carnival. I'm there for the carnival, and I went up, like, because it's the house, it's my house, and then literally in front, you open the door, and the whole carnival's right outside, because we have our church, like, literally right in front. They're having this whole setup, and it's like 7 at night. Carla's like, you know what, like, I want to meet up with some friends, like, but I can't leave you alone, because I'm younger than her by, like, I think she's my brother's age. I think they're 20, 21. Oh, she's turning 21. So she's like, I want to hang out with some friends. Like, you want to come? And I was like, yo, like, little me, I was like, we're going to get in trouble. And she was like, you know what, Judy? Like, we're going. Like, oh! So we're going down, like, the street. We're not even with her friends yet. Like, we're not with her friends. And her mom starts calling. Okay, she's calling, like, ¿Dónde estás? Ya vente para la casa. And it starts pouring, like, out of nowhere. I don't know the weather in Mexico, like, but this was really not my fault. It's just me and her. And we're finally down the street. Like, we're finally about to meet with her friends. And you know what? I'm very social. Like, I'll talk to anyone if they talk to me. Oh, my tia starts to call. She's like, get over here, this and that. And I was like, dude, if my mom finds out, I'm going to get my ass beat. Like, you better figure out how we're getting back up there, because we legit walked like 3 or 4 miles. And she starts getting mad at me. And I'm like, wait, what did I do? And she's like, you keep telling me that we're gonna do this. And I was like, bro, your mom's calling. How is this my fault? Like, you need to get it together. Like, figure this shit out. We started running. We're running up. We're running up the hill, right? I start hearing. She was legit about to pass out. Like, I was like, yo, Carla, are you okay? Like, ¿estás bien? Like, ¿necesitas agua or what? And she's like, es que ya no puedo correr, Judy, ya no puedo correr. And I was like, oh my God, this girl's about to pass out. I cannot do this right now. Like, I was like, no, this is not happening. So we see a cab and I'm like, you know what? Okay, like, I'll stop the cab. I thought I was gonna go up to the cab and like stop it, but really the cab stopped and they were like, get in. I get into the taxi and I don't know how, but I didn't notice there's a lady in there already. I get in, I'm just talking smack. Like, I'm like, God, that is your fault. Like, we're dead. Like, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna get my ass beat. My mom's gonna like kill me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, we did not know that this was like, that you were in here. We didn't know you were in here. We'll get out. And she's like, no, it's okay. Where do you guys have to go? And I was like, we're just up the street. And she's like, it's okay. Like, I'm over there. I'm around there too. So if you want, we can give you a lift. And I was like, oh shit, like, hell yeah. And he only charged us like 10, 20 pesos. We're going up and Carla and I are going at it. She's like, no, this is your fault. And I'm, how is this my fault? Like, we didn't even get to where your friends were. Like, this is not my fault. Like, you're nuts. We get off. Turns out no one realized we were gone. And Carla's mom ended up going to the store somewhere. I know. I know. I don't know why we didn't realize that her mom wasn't texting her anymore. But I'm not kidding, guys. This girl does get me into a lot of trouble, but she is my cousin. I do love her. And she is a lot of fun. So be excited to see her in some of the videos because she is coming down for December. A few questions were answered and I did tell you 2 stories. I will be doing like just story times and makeup tutorials and a bunch of other stuff, but that's it. That is really it for this video. One thing that I do love the most is blush. Like, I love blush. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching, if you didn't. So if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I will be posting twice a week. I'm not sure when, but I guess we'll see. And that's that. Whatever.